Hey y'all, it's Kate Divine. Today, I really want to have a quick discussion about faith over fear. And I think there's a common misconception when people use that terminology. I think when people often talk about having faith over fear, people negate to mention that there's still a lot of fear that is ingrained in what you're doing. So, the idea of faith over fear is not to stop being afraid, but to not be paralyzed by the fear of what's happening around you or what's happening to you. Instead of freezing and not being able to move, being able to objectively look at what's going on to you and know that everything is going to work out in the end, or just knowing that even though you can't see it, confirmation, even though you can't see it, even though you've been through a lot, even though it's been a trying time, it's been a hard time for you, that either way you're gonna see it through and that you're gonna make it out of it, but you will have to do it scared. Because I just hear so many people, especially people in like the religious community, talking about, not being scared, or like, well, just have faith. People will say that often to you when you're, it's that toxic positivity, just, oh, well, just pray about it and just pray. And it's like, yes, you could absolutely pray about the things that are happening to you. Pray about everything, literally everything, but don't confuse the two. Don't confuse praying about it and getting through it. Like, you will have to pray your way through it. You'll have to incorporate a whole bunch of things and all the things that you've learned over time. It's not just gonna happen overnight either. It's not just gonna be it's not just gonna be, oh, one day stuff is happening to you and the next day you're not scared. Now, over time, you may find yourself becoming kind of numb in a way to certain situations. Like, for instance, if you've been, I know we talk about gang stalking a lot, but if you've been gang stalked, over time, it doesn't bother you as much. It's annoying because it's just like, all the planes. It does get annoying, absolutely. It's absolutely fucking annoying to have people following you everywhere you go, having people watch you everywhere you go. It's not fun. However, you kind of become numb to it, and then you just start looking at them folks like, okay, here go the weirdos. Here comes the weirdo squad coming to watch you. And when I say faith over fear, like, you gotta understand too, like, when it comes down to your faith, there's a lot of stuff that these people are trying to do to you to make you afraid. So, like, for instance, last night I had noticed that there were quite a few people out, like, around me, like a couple of new people and stuff like that. And I was like, all of these people, for what? And this morning it kind of dawned on me. I was like, are they trying to infiltrate some sort of like spell work? Because I had woken up at like 2:00 in the morning, and it's like, anytime that I wake up in the middle of the night, like out of nowhere, and there's like no real rhyme or reason, like, it's usually because like there's some sort of spiritual attack. And you'll notice that too, where the Most High may awaken you usually during the witching hours. It's usually between 3 and 5, but it can happen earlier, when the veil is very thin, and that's when a lot of people try to do spell work against you. And it's scary, but in your faith, if you have faith in yourself and you have faith that you are stronger than anybody's witchcraft towards you, this shit won't even touch you. Well, and that's why sometimes you'll have people like, people will come and stare at you after a night of them. Like, these people are getting together, okay? They're getting together and they're having meetings, and they're talking about like, oh yeah, we got to do XYZ and this is what we're going to do, and everybody go over there and do this tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to watch and see what happens. So these people are doing like spell work and shit against you, and then they're coming to watch and see how you react or respond to it, because what they're trying to do is make you crash out. And what the crash out usually comes from, fear. People think that it's from anger and frustration and exhaustion, and those things are attributed to it, but really it just comes down to fear, because it's like when you are being targeted by people, it feels really disheartening. It feels like, how am I supposed to keep moving forward? How am I supposed to move on knowing that there are people around me that are trying to control my life? Because that's really what it comes down to. Because like I said, like, for those of you who've been watching my channel, I recently just told y'all, like, I just came into the understanding that my whole life has been a lie. Like like I don't have all the details, but I can probably say, like, my mom and my family, they tried to sacrifice me. They let these people, I don't know who they are, have control over my life. And I put control in quotations because they never had control. It was always an illusion. Go watch that video. But they were sending me fake friends, fake lovers, you know, trying to keep me high, and, you know, having a bad relationship with food, and, you know, you know, to keep me low vibrational, because they knew that if I ever came into the understanding of who I am, that I would be a threat to them, and I clearly am, because if I wasn't, they wouldn't be doing all of this stuff. And, you know, this is scary. It's scary because it's like, I don't know when the end is coming. I don't know when this is going to stop. Like, I'm so exhausted. I can't even explain it. I'm so exhausted. Like, usually I would get up early and, you know, go and do my little routine or whatever. But today I just sat down and I've waited. It's past noon now. What time is it? It's 12:18 right now. And I'm just now getting myself up to go do some stuff that I need to go do. And partially it's just because, like I said, I'm exhausted, man. I'm so tired. These people have they have worn me out, and it's like I just keep praying and asking God to give me the strength to get through this, because I'm like, God, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. And this has another thing to do with faith over fear. Like, I'm scared that I'm not gonna make it, because I'm like, okay, I'm just exhausted. Like, you know, I gotta get up and try to, you know, make some stuff happen, because the way that God's plan is working out right now is like, I can't work. At least not in the traditional sense. Now, I don't mind getting a job, but the Most High won't let me. And, like, won't let me make any money. And it's mostly because He knows that no matter where I go or what I do, as long as these people are doing the stuff that they're doing, I'm never gonna be free from it. Like, they're gonna always find a way to get me fired. They're gonna always try to find a way to get me kicked out of some sort of place. This is why I can't go to any shelters or anything like that right now until this is all cleared up, because that's all they've been doing. When I went, I was only in a shelter once for 3 nights when I still had my apartment, and they were already working to try to get me kicked out and have me have issues with all the other residents and stuff. And when I left, they were not happy that I decided to leave. They thought I was gonna abandon my apartment and just, you know, and just stay there. And I was like, no. They weren't expecting that from me. But I say all this to say, I'm sorry, guys. But you're gonna have to go through it scared. And it won't feel as scary, because when you really look at those people who are attacking you, especially the gang stalkers, like, these people are weak as hell. And when I say they weak, I really do mean, like, these people are weak. One, they could have never gone through any of the stuff that you've been through. They would have never made it. They would have never made it. Not even a day. They wouldn't have made it through any of the stuff. That's why they're jealous of you. They're jealous of you because they can't understand how you're still going. And they know that if they were in your position, they would have folded a long time ago. Also, they're weak because they need you to be the aggressor. They need you to be the aggressive one, even though they're the ones that are coming around you. They're leaving, like I've said before, these people are leaving their wives and kids and husbands and boyfriends and girlfriends and co-workers, and these people are leaving the comforts of their own homes just to come and harass you spiritually. And that's some weak ass shit. They don't even know you, but they coming around because they're like, oh yeah, like it's a show, something good is gonna happen. Like every day that you wake up and you decide that you're gonna keep going and that you're not gonna worry about what those people are doing and that you're just gonna keep trying to live your life and move forward, the more you do that, the more these people get upset. Because they're sitting here wasting their fucking time. And they have been. They've been wasting their time. These people are tired themselves. They're like, oh my God, how much? Like literally, especially if you've been going through this for years, okay? Like, so for some of you, they wanted to kill you, right? And they've been trying to kill you for years, but they can't. And so instead of killing you, they're deciding that they're gonna just try to make you lose your mind. And they keep doing the same thing. They keep doing the same spells, the same rituals, the same incantations against you. And it's like, but every day you elevate and every day you're higher. Like by now, if you're watching this video, you've probably reached 5D consciousness. So it's like you don't even, none of that stuff even touches you. Like this shit, it's to the point now where people's spell work against you backfires so quickly, it's not even funny. Like it's like instant almost. Like these people are getting it back real quick. So I say all this to say, like, you're gonna be afraid going through it because it is scary, and plus the unknown is very scary. It's easier to sit back and you know, continue to be like, you know what, I'll shrink myself, I'll go do the 9-to-5 thing, and I'll just pretend like I don't know any of this. But it's like at this point I know too much, and they want me to shut the fuck up, and it's like, well, I can't turn back now. And it's like I could shrink and go back and work, you know, like I said, work a 9-to-5 and let them feed off of my energy and take my ideas and all of that. But it's like, why would I do that when I could just go and do it on my own? Now, I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I've been doing the best that I can. I mean, my channel is small, but it's growing slowly but surely. I post as much as I can. So, you know, faith over fear. You have to choose your faith over being scared of what's to come. And it's like, for me, it sucks because it's like, I don't have my baby, and that's the hardest part about this. And you know, I talked to her the other day and she's like, when can I see you? And I was like, I do not know. I was like, I got to get rid of these people first though, because I can't do nothing. I can't even, like, I don't feel safe going back to that city. I don't feel safe, even if my car was working right now, I still don't really feel, I don't feel safe staying there longer than a couple of, like an hour or so, because those people are just so crazy. And I don't know what them folks gonna do. Plus, it's like they got so many people that were working against me. I don't know who is still, you know, who's still plotting and planning and what they doing. So it's like, I wish I could go get her, but I can't right now in this moment. So I pray that whatever you're going through, I hope it ends soon. I pray that what I'm going through ends soon. I love you guys. You gotta do it scared. You're gonna have to win wounded and win scared, because at the end of the day, your enemies are so upset that you are not giving up on yourself. They're so upset that none of their spell work is working. They're so upset that there's nothing that they have been able to do so far that has been able to penetrate your faith in God. And they can see it. It's shining all through your face. You look great. You don't even look like the shit that you've been through. And that makes them even more upset because how dare you not look a mess? And now those people are looking a mess. They looking tired. Some of them are hiding illnesses right now. It's getting hot today. But I'm gonna wrap this up. I love y'all. Faith over fear, okay? It's gonna be scary, but you gotta do it. I love y'all. See y'all later. It's your girl K Divine. Bye.